I think the best way to go through episode 8 is let's talk about the good.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the... You know what's funny? We haven't done this to any episode until episode 8.
We've had some little critiques.
Here and there.
Little critiques.
But I feel that episode 8
is
really going to bring out the good and bad of us now.
Okay. You know what? Since we keep going with let Dave Filoni cook, I feel like...
He left it in there too long.
No. I don't think that at all. I feel like Dave Filoni gave us a 7-course meal, right? Or in this case,
is
an
it good
8-course
or
meal.
bad?
No, he left us with an 8-course meal, and we've gotten a great appetizer, and then a great soup, and a really good salad, and then this amazing Rancor steak right in the middle, and then a nice glass of wine with a little something to just give you a little bit of different flavor palettes as we're going, right? And then we come to the dessert, and when you think there should be this amazing, like, cake,
bombastic dessert,
this bombastic
layered cake, mothma cake,
all like stacked up, it ends up being
stacks of rack.
Right, it ends up being this, like, and no offense to Tres Leche, but this little Tres Leche cake that came like sort of prepackaged
from Publix.
But
yeah, nothing against Publix. I love your cakes. I love your cakes.
Public cakes got some good cakes, but yeah, it was just this. Wait, we just had this amazing meal, and the dessert leaves us wanting.
Are we talking about the bad? Okay, we're talking about the bad.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
It was good and bad. Okay, let's keep going with this thing. It was good and delicious, but in such a compact.
It was so small.
It's so small.
It was so small.
As much as I love Dave Filoni, that's the one thing.
You picked it up and you're like, is this it?
That's the one thing about Dave Filoni.
But then when you put it down and you took a bite, you're like, it is good. It is good. It's still so scrumptious.
That's the one thing about Dave Filoni, though. As much as I love him, I love his cooking, but sometimes his desserts need work, and that's why I feel that Jon Favreau should have been more involved with Ahsoka, because Jon Favreau knows how to deliver a dessert.
If Dave Filoni is the chef, Jon Favreau is the pastry chef.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yep. He is the pastry chef.
All right.
Yep.
Like he can put together a layered cake.
Yep.
Like no other. And it's gonna be moist and soft, and it's gonna melt in your mouth. It's gonna be just sweet enough.
Are we critiquing food or are we critiquing the episode? I'm losing track here.
Yes. It's your fault. You're the one who brought in cakes and let the man cook. All right.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. I love the Rancor steaks. Gotta say. So, okay, let's talk about episode 8. Let's talk about the good.
All right. The good.
What we're talking about?
You start off with the good. Yes. You're just talking about the good.
I'm sorry. I lost track of the food. Speaking of cooking, I love the beginning of the episode where we see our boy Ezra cooking a lightsaber. I love it.
Great. That was great.
I loved it. It brought me back. It brought me back to Clone Wars.
No, but what the part that got me was Hu Yang sitting over there like, you don't want to do that. He's like, yeah, I do. He's like,
okay, Grandpa.
No, that's not how that works. He's like, look, I built a lightsaber.
I love how he was very, very like patient with him.
Right, but Hu Yang's over there like, yeah, and I've built like 1 billion of these things, so.
Yeah, Hu Yang is like our Star Wars grandpa. Yeah, I love it.
But it was nice. It was nice, and then I like how he used the duplicate
of
emitter.
Yep.
From Kanan's.
The Kanan's blade. I love that. I love how it hit your heartstrings. Because you saw Ezra like light up his eyes.
Yeah, he's like, this is perfect.
Oh my god, this is what I was looking for.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, building the lightsaber. I like how they showed the building of it. I like how they showed not just...
He was very Vulcan too. Very a Vulcan Jedi. Like,
yeah, just rough this one, and then that in there, and then this in there. And then when he starts rumbling through, and Hu Yang's like, I have a system. And he's like, yeah,
organized.
on the disorganized system. He's like, no. You have a method. I have a system. Your method is just to put it all together. My system is very precise.
I loved it. I very loved the Ezra's been. I love how. That's what I loved about
and
this
Ezra
episode.
went back to
the
blue.
interactions. Yeah, it went back to blue.
He
yeah,
went back to blue,
Mhm.
which was nice. It was nice. For
Also
him.
loved the fact that we found out, as to why Ahsoka never completed Sabine's training, because she could sense that Sabine's dark side was growing in her after this.
I did
after the
like
destruction of
a little bit more clarity on that. That was nice to
Yep.
get. My biggest critique on that one would be show me.
True.
Show me. I want
True.
to like almost every instance. I get again the
I
production
prefer
times
showing,
and all
yes.
this stuff, but show me why. Show me that
why.
moment where Sabine is like begging Ahsoka,
Yeah.
please teach me more. I need to. I need to protect those or something, and Ahsoka just saying, no, you're not ready.
Yeah, not ready.
And walking away. Show me that so that I can feel the moment when it happens.
I prefer showing
But we
because
also didn't get a lot of flashbacks in this.
we didn't. The only
Other than
episode 5.
Episode
Episode 5
5
was the biggest flashback, and I feel episode 5 was the biggest budget heavy, with all the
probably, I
flashbacks
think that's
and
where
that,
a lot of
yeah.
the production went in.
Yeah, that if you want to talk about the frosting desserts, it went in episode 5.
No. That's again. We got seasoning. We got searing.
seasoning, yep.
We got
Well,
wrapped in foil.
I'm sorry,
and-
I keep mixing my desserts and Rancor steaks. Rancor steak was episode 5.
Rancor steak is your dessert.
Yeah. I've never been a dessert guy, but yeah, Rancor is my dessert. Except for the cakes. You know what's funny though? I love cakes.
Do you love cake?
Yes, that's the only thing. If my dessert was a cake, perfect. It's perfect. I've never been an ice cream guy. Never been like whatever dessert you guys create. As long as it's a cake as my dessert, I'm perfect.
What if it's an ice cream cake?
Your lord. And that's the thing though. I never liked ice cream on my cakes because it melts.
No.
and it gets
It's
all
literally
messy.
a cake made out of ice cream.
I love cheesecakes. Is that the same?
Sort of. Not really.
Okay. That was my good. I love the beginning
That's
of
it.
episode 8.
That's the only good.
No. We gotta bounce. We gotta
Oh.
bounce. I don't want to go through all my goods and then go to you. No, just bounce. My good was the very beginning of the episode. The resurgence of what happened to Sabine and Ahsoka's training and relationship. The lightsaber construction between
was
Hugh
good.
Yang. That was great. And
Gum.
the character interactions was beautiful.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. Going. The witches, man.
Ooh, the witches are cooking.
The Night Sisters. I think this is the best iteration of the Night Sisters in this episode. Like you get a little hints of what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Here and there. Okay, they can channel the Force. Triangulate
Yep.
their radar to
Yep.
find somebody if they really want. They can sense somebody else coming that is Force sensitive. Okay, great. But that moment when they're sitting there and they're like, okay, we're done here. We're done packing up all of our those who are dead within our tombs.
Yep.
We're done packing that up. We're getting ready to leave. Morgan, we're gonna reward you. And when they hit her with the power and it starts to burn it.
Yep.
I love how they show that the burn is the marks that's on all of their faces. It's just different patterns.
Oh, and I love how they reference the leader before Mother Telsa.
Mother Towson.
Towson.
Yeah.
They brought out the Towson blade and gave it
That
to her.
blade.
Oh.
That blade is an iconic blade from Clone Wars.
Ooh.
You see that blade when
yes.
she uses it in Clone Wars. The Great Mother in Clone Wars pulls that blade out.
Yep.
Yeah, but you see it again, and I love how after you see it, just hovering there, and she grabs it,
Yep.
just the flame just burns green. You're like, yes, that is what we need. More of the
power,
lore, more power.
What else? Is that it about the Morgans?
I mean, the witches just to me in this episode, they just really, when we go into the fights with the stormtroopers,
Yep.
we finally got our undead stormtroopers.
Yep, the zombie
dead
stormtroopers.
stormtroopers.
I love the zombie troopers. I think they look fantastic. I love how they were moving. I feel that every time they resurrect the troopers, they end up losing part of themselves every time. That's why you can tell that some of them were able to use the blasters, and some of them
we're just moving.
Because the more time that tells me the more times they've been resurrected, the less human.
Right, but I think it was great when they have that group that's ready to go.
Yep.
And Thrawn just looks at it and says, "Do they know?"
Yep.
So I think those
willing.
troopers that went in there, they were all alive before they died.
Yeah.
Like before that, and it was that. Do they know they're gonna die?
Yeah.
They know they're gonna die, and they know they're gonna be resurrected. Okay.
You know what would have been cool? It would have been very cool is we saw, because I know Disney doesn't want to go too dark, but it would have been cool if we saw the troopers, part of it, because some part of them got sliced up, that they were moving without the rest of their bodies.
Oh,
that would have been cool.
I mean, it was cool. It was cool when it's toward the end of the episode with the death troopers
being zombie troopers,
being zombie troopers, and that hole in the mask.
Yep.
And you saw the decrepit, and the degrading face.
Yep.
That was
cool.
great. That was great.
And that tells me they were probably transformed multiple times.
Oh, those guys were dead a long time ago.
I like how Thrawn was. I bet
ago.
Thrawn was like making sure. I want my death troopers to be resurrected every damn time.
I want my death troopers to literally be death troopers. They are dead.
Can you do that for me?
Can we do the death in a literal sense?
The literal sense, yes.
Bill?
Bill, I love you, but come on.
All right, resurrect him. Actually, you know what? No. Let him cook for a little bit. Let him degrade. And then we'll resurrect him. The nastier the better.
The nastier the better.
If he's oozing...
He's gooey.
Have you guys ever seen the hologram, The Mummy? I want him looking like his second form. If he's not saying a knocks on a moon, I don't want it. That's all I needed to do. And Death Trooper did just go,
oh, it's a bead? Oh my god.
Give us a kiss.
I can't. Oh god. Oh, okay.
Those are some good. The lightsaber fights when it came.
Oh yeah, they up there. They up the choreography.
The
choreography has been upped. Like they continue upping it.
Yeah.
I like it. They upped the challenge, they upped the choreography. I love the game of death situation in the tower. Going up the levels. Game of death situation.
Yep.
Speaking of Bruce Lee and the game of death, Diana Lee is also the goddaughter to Bruce Lee.
We mentioned that in our episodes 1 through 4.
So I loved how the whole thing with the game of death situation at the tower.
And it's not Bruce Lee at the top; it's his granddaughter.
I love it.
That was great.
Yeah.
All of the fights were good. I think, except for there were some moments with Sabine that were a little weak.
Yeah, I think it's because of rush. A little weak.
Maybe rushed on the day. Maybe that was the best take they had for that day. Look, people, there's always so many things in production that don't always get the best shot or whatever.
And again, this is episode 8 are just most our nitpicking episode right now.
This really is.
So overall, the whole show has been beautiful.
Yeah.
It's an episode 8. That's our. I can't even remember us nitpicking in the previous episodes. It's just episode
little
8.
Things. Again, just little tiny things.
Little critiques,
tiny things. You know, it was just a tad. That one part of the meal was just a tad bit salty.
Yeah.
Just a little salty. I would have taken a little less salt.
Yeah.
A little more pepper. You know.
No, I got
garlic.
you. A little garlic. Yeah.
But
onions.
This one again, it's just that little cake.
Yeah.
It's a little cake. Yeah. So.
Yeah. See, are we already doing? You know what?
Anything else that you liked about episode 8?
I liked how we came to some resolution with the Force abilities from Sabine. I'm okay with the fact that they didn't go overpowered.
Okay.
Like they would have done with Rey. Because Rey, the minute she found out she Force used, immediately she leveled up to Force user ability. She's able to beat Kylo Ren like this. It didn't happen here with Sabine. Sabine didn't gain Force abilities and then beats Morgan Elsbeth.
Right.
That would have pissed me off.
Yeah.
If she gained the Force abilities and she's the one that defeats Morgan Elsbeth.
No, I don't.
I would have been pissed off. Like, there's no way.
That would have. Yeah, I wouldn't have liked that either. I think that's another one where I'm a little. I wish we could have had another moment with Sabine practicing her Force powers more and more.
Yes.
Just more of those little moments, like little things where she's just maybe picking up a rock, you know, picking up a rock, or maybe she. I'm glad that we had that moment. We had that Luke moment with that.
Yeah.
While there's the knocks on the moon part, you know, and
I think we could just throw that into Brush. Trying to complete the story. Yeah. I think that would have been perfect.
But then once she force pushes Ezra, I think that's one of the parts where I was like, I don't know if I feel that you could have done that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just yet.
Yeah, the force push was a little rough. It should not have happened. Force pushing
that far, especially.
Yeah,
you know?
Even if Ezra did do half of it, I don't think she would have been able to push it.
It was a good reference back to Rebels, because Kanan and Ezra used to do those things all the time.
Yeah.
Especially since Kanan never truly ended his training. You know, he was still a Padawan when the Order 66 came through. So I just wish we had a little bit more of Sabine practicing and then getting to that part where she's like, yes, I can actually do this now.
Yeah.
You know, you see multiple moments where she's like, ugh, and nothing happens, and then another.
And I know people complain. I know people complain that there's no way. Why is she able to use the Force now?
All of a sudden.
The thing is, it does explain a bit more as to why Kanan was able to train her at the time. Maybe Kanan did see potential in Sabine at the time.
Possibly.
And that's the reason why he was so focused on her training with the Darksaber.
Yeah. I think that is one of the critiques I would have.
Yeah. It's not bad, it's just a critique.
I also wouldn't be surprised if there was some footage of her doing a little bit something extra.
Yeah.
It just never made it into Final Cut.
And also she was training with Ahsoka, but the thing is, Ahsoka never told us if Sabine ever released her power.
Right, we went from Ahsoka being separated from Sabine being completely alone, finding Ezra, and then it kind of like all of a sudden. Again, we saw multiple moments where Sabine was like trying to use the Force, and you even got some of that like moments from her, but nothing really happened. And then in this episode,
I know
we've
always been shown. Me and you have always talked about this.
Show it.
Show it. Don't tell me that the main villain is mad about the world because his wife and family were killed by some politician. No, don't tell me that. Show me it. Yeah. V for Vendetta would have not been as fundamental if you just told me that Padme went through all this crap. Natalie Portman went through this crap.
Right.
No,
but when you watch her go through it,
yes,
it's different. When it goes through the flashbacks in V for Vendetta, and you see the actress and what she's reading,
Natalie Portman,
you really feel Natalie Portman's connection to the person that she's just reading about. Same thing. I wish we just had just little moments, little bit more moments where
a little bit more. Yeah.
Blowing off a stormtrooper's helmet or something, and maybe even seeing that like ugliness underneath, and just like, okay, so she blew off a helmet, which is a little bit more, just progress her. Yeah, I think they should have progressed her a little bit more in her.
I did like I did love how Thrawn just gave the middle finger to Ahsoka as they were about to go to hyperspace. Hey, ping her up. Ping her. I need to say my last thing to Ahsoka. Just ping her up on the audio real quick. Ping her up on voice. On voice, okay? Google Voice, okay? I need to talk to her. Put her on Messenger real quick.
Real quick. Yo, it's like, yo, Ahsoka, baby. How you doing, girl? You know, I see you right behind me, and we could go out again, but I'm gonna have to take a rain check. Deuces.
Like I could slow down for you to connect to. Yeah.
You know, you my girl and everything, and you know, Anakin, he was my boy, but
I don't deal with exes.
I'm just not a head tails kind of guy, you know. I'm sorry. I go for them witches. You know,
yeah, that's my new thing.
I like my half dead girls.
Yeah,
you know?
my new kink now. No kink shaving.
No kink shit. You know, there's some who like them head tails, but that ain't me. You know, but I'm gonna leave you here.
You got what you wanted, right?
You got your boy Ezra. Okay, deuces.
Vroom. I love that. I love Thrawn's final goodbye to us. So he didn't even have to do that.
Such a middle finger. It really was.
Go, sis.
It was more like a.
Oh.
I am so sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
I loved it. I think that was really good.
That was a good set. Like for him to separate from them, that was
Yeah.
good. I like that dialogue. That was good. Them not knowing Ezra was on board, I thought was good.
Yep.
I liked Ezra's reveal when he gets to Hera.
Yeah, get to Hera.
And he used the old Jedi shuttle.
Yeah, what? I try to remember. Did the Jedi shuttle end up in the Chimera in season 4?
I honestly can't remember.
Because I know the Jedi shuttle was in the Chimera when they jumped in.
When he jumped in, you see it.
Yeah, I wonder if they use a Jedi shuttle in season 4 in the finale. That's why it was stuck in the Chimera.
It might have been.
Because I was trying to remember, was that Jedi shuttle in the Chimera in the finale of season 4? I was trying to remember that.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, but yeah, I the one critique I have is that because Hera is pretty much Ezra's mother in this whole story of Rebels, I was hoping to see Hera just run to Ezra and just hug him the moment he revealed himself, because Ezra is pretty much like her child.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see like you're back. What happened to Ahsoka and Sabine? And then we cut to them, in Peridea. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to figure out there. I like how Chopper realized, oh, that's my boy.
Yeah.
It's my gangster. It's my buddy. Oh no, take it. No, it's yours now.
I can't remember. I just can't remember. I really can't.
Okay. Last two good things for me.
Okay.
I love the fact that we got a bit of a taste of what Ray Stevenson's Balin was looking for, and he's on top of the statue of the father,
statue of the father
of the Mortis gods.
Yep, with the sun nearby.
And then this daughter, I don't know what happened. The daughter portion of the statue just got obliterated,
taken off,
and he's looking down to in the distance. The beacon of Gondor, and the beacons are lit down in the horizon.
Yeah,
we get a bit of a taste that whatever he's looking for, whatever is calling to him, is something to do with the Mortis gods, because that is the Mortis god. And I'm surprised that the Mortis gods were not only gods of the Star Wars galaxy, but they were more galactic.
Yeah,
they were gods of multiple galaxies at that point.
Yeah.
So something there has to do with the Mortis gods. So, and what you were saying, that we were never going to see Ray Stevenson play this role again.
Yeah, we just can't.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna move forward with telling us or showing us what it is he was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to either replace the actor, recast him, which they'd have to get an actor that's his height, his build, and looks at least somewhat similar.
You know what? The people already have come up with some fan castings.
Who?
He's a great actor. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. Not many movies. What?
Liam Neeson.
Close.
Sean Connery.
He's dead.
Dang it.
Get the Witch Sisters. Get the Witch Sisters. They'll resurrect them. Don't worry. Don't worry, Morgan. We're coming for you in Africa.
I'm just imagining him. Don't worry, shit. I'm coming back for you.
Don't worry. We're going to Africa. We're going to bring you back to life.
We're going to go back. The man in Africa should I never die.
The actor that played Sabretooth in Wolverine.
He was a wrestler. I can't remember his name, the actor's name. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him, and then also the actor that plays the bold witch in Witcher.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, he's the advisor to the to the Idiot King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are two fan castings right now. Yeah. I think they got the build. They got the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just.
It's gonna suck.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like replacing Henry Cavill as Witcher. This is not going to be the way Henry Cavill plays the character.
And you know what? This is a good and bad, but Ray Stevenson's portrayal of the character of Balin does really take the limelight from Thrawn. Because I was like, even though Thrawn was good, Lars Mikkelsen was great, I wanted more from Balin.
Yeah, I did want more.
Mystery.
I did want more.
You know? And I think it's also bad and good. It took away a lot from Thrawn.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is Thrawn's moment to shine, these episodes, and Balin's doing the least, and he's shining like the beacon of Gondor at this point, you know? So it was cool. It was cool. That's some good. And also, my last good is the final send-off at the end with Ahsoka and Sabine. Sabine's like, they're stuck in the planet with Balin and also Shin, and they're looking down to the distance with the stars with the hermit crabs, and then Sabine's like, you sense that? I don't know. And then Ahsoka just looks behind and she's like smiling.
Oh, that moment cracked me up, dude. That moment, it really did. In a way, it cracked me up because there was this. Oh man, he made it home. That's nice. All right, one turn away. Other keep looking. Other keep looking. Other keep looking. Wait, swap. Now the other turn away. Other keep looking. Other keep looking. Did you feel? No, maybe. All right. Turn back around. Other keep looking. Other keep looking. Other keep looking. Like they kept. It's like a little dance. Like, like come on. Just feel it already. That's what we need. We need the stormtroopers to be getting up and doing the. I mean, it was nice. It was nice in that.
I like how Anakin appears. The Force goes again. I was like, oh,
that was good. That was a good moment. Mm-hmm. Him looking at his apprentice and his apprentice's apprentice.
Yep.
That was a good moment. I really liked that moment. But then to also have it to where Anakin's Force Ghost, it gives that idea that the Force transcends even different galaxies, and that it's, it really exists in all over the place, that his Force Ghost could actually be there too.
Yep.
I thought it was great.
I like how Shin's story is still with on the planet Peridia, so we can continue off whatever show they're gonna do. I'm hoping that the Ahsoka show will be their own thing, trying to get back to us, and not going back and forth to two different galaxies. And this separates the whole story arc, and then possibly get them all together in one big movie like the Avengers, right? But either way, Shin is looking at her own little tribe of nomads,
the nomads
that she's protecting at this point.
Yeah, I think that's going to be. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with it, because it really did end off of this open ending. Are we moving into some of our other critiques with it at this moment?
Okay, I think we talked enough about the good. Let's talk about the bad.
The big one for me, man. Partially, this is my own fault, and I think a lot of people suffer from this in many ways. I wanted a good hitting hard moment.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire. He comes in. Syndulla's like, holy crap, that's the Chimera. You know, quick, we need to call in the fleet. Like maybe even she jumps away and then they come back. And in that time that they come back, Thrawn's had enough time to be like, yo, where my peeps at? Get over here.
Exactly. I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
And the reason why I didn't think that was going to happen was because I know how Dave Filoni works.
But we could have
sucks.
We could have had 20 minutes of that.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Maybe the return of the fleet. The return of the Empire fleet coming out to hyperspace.
Right. They Syndulla just goes, oh man, this is not good. And she jumps away and comes back with like 4 of those new ships. And they start ganging up on the Chimera and the Eye of Sion, right? But then, of course, since Thrawn's been here for X amount of time and he's already got his forces prepped and ready to go, it's not just like 1 Star Destroyer that pops in or 2 Star Destroyers. Maybe that's what you see at first. And but then you get
and then Super Starters are
and then it's just that moment where the fleet and Syndulla are just like, this is bad. This is really
Are these all the remnants?
Really
Empire? Yeah.
bad. Like I wanted that moment.
Yeah.
I wanted that moment, and I feel like me personally was robbed of it. I think we could have got it.
I think it's okay to feel this way when you. I've told you before. Like I'm hoping things turn out all right, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's okay to have hope.
I want my space.
We're gonna get it, Gabe. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, Gabe. I want to see Thrawn coming in and wipe the floor of Coruscant. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see that because I've read it in the books. I've read it in the comics. But I do want to see that, but it's going to take time.
Thrawn at the end of this episode, he made a deal. I also thought it was interesting that he's the one who woke up the Night Sisters. Again, a moment I thought, I wish I would have been shown.
Yeah.
Not told that he woke up the Night Sisters.
And how he woke them up. Like, what it was. Like, the thing is, the one thing I did not, the bad gripe, we were building to something that was dangerous. Something evil in this planet.
This last episode had
and
so
we don't
much
see any
telling.
of it.
So much telling and not showing.
We don't see any of it that was building up. Like what was driving Thrawn? Like he needed to get out of this planet.
Right.
Like what was happening on this planet? Why was the Night Sisters had to leave?
Yeah.
So badly. What was going on this planet? We didn't see any of it. We didn't even see a taste of it.
Yeah.
And you know another thing, I hate the fact that we gave freaking Morgan Elsbeth a power up, and she just dies in that episode.
I was kind of okay with it.
I was hoping that she was gonna take that power up to the Art Galaxy.
I was kind of okay with it. That part I was kind of okay. I was expecting the last showdown to be between Elsbeth and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And I was expecting Ahsoka I was expecting her to die. I'm
okay with her dying. I just wish she just didn't get the power up and then she died. I felt like, it's like when I give you the Xbox controller.
Okay.
Right. I give you the Xbox controller.
But I'm a PC guy.
But I give you the Xbox controller.
But I'm a PC.
All right, I know. You know what? No, better yet. Okay, me and you are playing Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Right? We're playing maybe some fighting game, right? Or GameCube. Oh, let's talk about GameCube. There's more fighting games. Smash Bros. We're playing Smash Brothers.
Playing Smash Bros.
Okay, because it's my house. I'm playing with the better controller.
That's fine.
I give you the better controller.
Okay.
And you fail.
Well, that's just because I'm not good at Smash Bros.
That's what happened. I give you the better controller to do better.
No, it was literally like it was a Dragon Ball Z moment. You haven't seen my final form. She turns into her final form and gets her butt kicked by Goku anyway.
I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to see more flair from her. We had fun. I think
that fight was good, though.
No, it was good. It was great. I loved it.
The fight was good.
I just wish she was. We had her a little bit more.
The only critique I have between Ahsoka and Elsbeth's fight was there was a lot of whiffs. There was a lot of like whiff, whiff.
Choreography.
A lot of whiffs.
Yeah.
A lot of whiffing.
Yeah.
They whiffed a lot.
Yeah. Another thing too, because of time constraints. The rushing of the tower, the zombies, a rush. We gotta rush.
Gotta get to him.
Gotta
Stop Thrawn from being Thrawn.
Yeah. So, you could tell it was this episode was a lot more rushed compared to the others because it was the final episode. There was no time room to build, room to grow.
The other thing that you mentioned this earlier, the turbo lasers, man.
Yeah, what was up with the turbo lasers?
Turbo lasers, bro.
What made me mad is that they went full power on the tower, but you didn't go full power when they were coming to the tower? I mean, I get it. If you're a Jedi, you could dodge these turbo lasers, but these are turbo lasers.
Turbo lasers, man.
These are made to bring down ships.
Turbo lasers, like the... okay, I like playing these tactical shooters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, one of my favorite tactical shooters, shout out to all those people out there that like Squad. Okay, tactical shooter. When your commander calls in or the enemy commander calls in an artillery strike, that thing's devastating. You get one round that just goes, and that alone in the game you can feel it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the ranging shot.
Yeah.
Once the bombardment hits, like anything that's in that radius, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Doesn't matter unless you're in a fire bunker deep inside, like making sure no shrapnel, no explosion like can hit you. Like in the bunker, you're dead. And from all of the Star Wars history, anytime an ISD comes over an area and just starts turbo lasering, like just bombarding the area.
Unseal this city. This is the reason why
that's why the Rebels had
Hot Battle had a shield. Because if they didn't have that shield, Star Wars would have been
gone.
Bombardment.
Bombard the whole thing, glass it, and
glass it. Yes.
But for some reason, these three Jedi, with their mounts, like they dodged every single one of those. And I get some of them are like way out in the outs, like outside the bounds. But the only thing I can think of is that the Chimera is underpowered.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
maybe
the only thing.
Maybe it should have been mentioned. Like, the Chimera. Sir,
we're only at 25% on our power reserves for our batteries, and he's still like use them anyway.
Use them anyway. Still at 25%. I'm like, you're pushing it. You're really pushing it.
That was another one of those.
These are turbo lasers. It took me out of it. I wish they found a different way to get to it, or if you still wanted to use the turbo lasers, found a way to.
I mean, heck, the TIE fighters were doing more damage.
The TIE fighters did more
on
damage
the ship than the turbo lasers. And it was just one of those. It was one of those moments like. I really do feel like this last episode was a rush. It was a rush, or it was like something was not allowing it to be completed the way maybe even they hoped it would have been. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was the lack of budget. Maybe they just put too much into one thing. Maybe they were on time crunch. Honestly, we just don't know. Mm-hmm. But overall, it was lackluster. I'm trying to think of something.
Because the whole thing with the tower being destroyed, with the same terminators you use against the Jedi,
that tower just collapsed.
Just collapsed. I'm like, okay, where was that power in the beginning?
Yeah.
It took me away. Yeah. I was like, damn, this episode. This episode.
I feel the same way. There's just little things. It's not like one big moment. It's a little moment here, a little moment there, a little bit there. Again, it's like we could have had this nice big piece of cake, and we chopped it away, and we chopped it away, and we chopped it away, and we chopped it away until it became just this tiny little cake that was packaged up for us, and that was the end of this 8-course meal. And it was like, oh, you spent so much on all the other stuff.
Yeah, but you gave us a Rancor steak of episode 5.
Oh,
what happened to the dessert?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think episode 5 really took the efforts of the Rancor steak. That's what happened. Like, they put a lot of work into the Rancor steak, and they just forgot about the dessert.
The dessert was just not there.
Yeah. The build-up to the dessert was cool. It was great. I love the build-up to the... I wish episode 8 had a mixture of what was out there, and also what we were facing with Thrawn's Imperials.
Too many unleft questions.
Yeah.
I did like when because they had to wrap it up somehow with Thrawn. Did like how they went back to Dathomir.
Yeah, and I love the
showing
the Ark of the Covenant of all the bodies.
The showing of all of those coffins.
Yeah,
that makes it to where the scale. You're like, yep. That's gonna be
the Ark of the
up.
Covenant situation. Like, look at the Ark. He's building his own warehouse, Ark of the Covenant.
And that's all inside the Star Destroyer.
Yeah,
that's not even like that. And we don't know, but that might only be one hold.
I like the mystery. I like the mystery. Like, what are these coffins?
Oh, I already know that. They're dead sisters.
They are. Yeah, no, you're right.
They're dead sisters. They're ready to.
But those that don't know, don't know the lore.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it brings up the mystery. I'm like, ooh, this is nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a very special coffin somewhere in there. They might have somebody very, somebody of lore or a new lore person or.
Yeah, another thing too. What I realized, there's a scene that never made it to Ahsoka, and I thought Mothma's reaction to her data pad in the trailer was Thrawn's return. There's in the trailer. There's a scene where Mothma is like looking at the data pad as she's arguing with politicians in the Senate. She gets this ding ding.
She gets a ding ding.
Thrawn's back.
She gets the Twitter alert.
Yeah, Twitter alert. Yeah, or the X alert. Yeah, and she's like distraught. I don't know what happened to that.
I don't know. We're not there in the cutting room.
Yeah.
We don't know what extra shots, extra scenes were created.
Yeah.
What were Are we gonna move into our overall rating?
Yeah, I think we can. But do you have anything else to say
anything
before
else?
we move?
I'm thinking. Is there anything else?
I think we covered
a lot. There's always a lot.
Yeah.
Here's where Ezra's building his blade.
Yeah, I really like Ezra's look. It's very nomadic.
Yeah.
Untraditional.
Oh, I did like how who was it? Somebody mentioned the Ronin.
Thrawn. Yeah.
Thrawn mentioned the Ronin, and I was like, yeah. I'm glad you're bringing that word into it.
I love how they're bringing in a lot of Japanese influence and lore into Star Wars, which is originally
similar, like when you first see Ahsoka and Baylan square off.
Yeah.
Baylan has that knight's stance, while Ahsoka goes into the samurai stance, right?
Yes.
It's that classic matchup that a lot of people who, especially like
we've always seen
ancient
that.
history and stuff, or history martial arts, would be like, oh, who would win? There used to be even that show.
Yeah. I remember.
That was pretty cool. I liked showing those two different styles.
Yep.
It's just, I don't know. Overall, good show. I can't really think of. There's little nitpicks and things that we've gone over. I would say most of them, and I'm not thinking of any of the other ones off the top of my head.
I think we talked enough. I think I enjoyed overall. I love the build-up, but unfortunately, we won't see the resolution until either Ahsoka season 2 of this build-up, or in the Avenger movie that's supposedly coming out for Mandalorian and Thrawn, or the Thrawn or Heir to the Empire trilogy. Okay. There's work that's being done.
Yeah.
But we won't see any resolution for a long time.
Yeah. All right. Let's do something silly here. Put your hand under the table so we don't see, like, number of fingers, how you rate this. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to 3, 2, 1, we'll go.
Yep.
And we'll show the camera our rating.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. You got an 8. I got a 7.
You got a 7?
7.
Also, you were more like 7 and 8. Al's more like 8 and 9.
Okay. I got a 7 on this.
Yeah. So the whole show for me was a literal between 9 and 10. 9 and 10 throughout the show.
Okay.
But that episode 8, really brought the points down to an 8. I
was sitting at a 9 through most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 7 brought me down to an 8. Just with the little things.
Yep.
Things. This last one brought me down to a 7. Episode 8 was actually. Let me rephrase. I was at it like I said I was at a 9. It went to an 8.5 after episode 7.
Yep.
And then episode 8 happened, and it really was more
If I could do 7.5 on my hands, it feels more like a 7.5.
Okay, I'm still at a 7.
It's in between 7 and 8, right there. Now my 8 and 9 is because of episode 5 steak. The episode Rancor
episode
steak.
5. That's where my 9 came in.
I feel like if all these, I feel that if Ahsoka was all about the storyline between episode 1 through 5, and episode 5 was the ending to building up to what's going on with the next season with ISI and stuff.
Yeah.
Episode 5, the show would have been a 9 or a 10 because of building that story from episode 1 to 5. If they broadened it, added more to it, and episode 5 was our actual finale, it would have been a 9 and 10.
Okay.
That's how I.
Well, you remember I couldn't give as much as I love Andor, and Andor is still sitting at like top 9.8. I can't give that a perfect 10. So it's very. I feel like I'm gonna be. Is it IGN or whoever only gives out like perfect 10s every once in a while?
Once in a while.
It's gonna be very hard for me to give a perfect 10 to something.
Yeah.
Overall, I say this many times over, and I hope everybody respects the people who put the time and effort into making the show. The people who worked on the show, I give them all props.
I think it's when people complain about the shows or movies, it's the story.
It's the story.
It's never production, unless it's the CGI. Unless people complain about the CGI, that's
no, even on CGI. Because just now, Disney CGI artists have unionized.
I know.
Yeah.
The thing is, the two complaints I hear all the time.
Yeah.
It's never about the production as far as like the sets and the looks. It's never that. The two things I hear most of the time is either story or the CGI.
CGI breaks you out of it. Yeah. That's why.
Breaks you out of the immersion.
Right.
And it's never. I think everyone does a great job bringing these characters, bringing the sets and the look.
Acting was really well done. Cinematography is really well done.
It's just the story.
Choreography is pretty good. On the 90% of the time, the choreography is really good.
I love this part where they were lifting up the ship. I think that was pretty cool.
That was cool. That was cool.
The Jedi's just doing their thing. I thought it was pretty cool. They were pretty much landing gears. They were being very Jedi landing gears.
Yeah. I think 7 is good for me just because one, I still really enjoy it. I think it's got good lore building. I think it's got overall the story progression is decent, except for that end part. That's the biggest part for me.
Mine's is still an 8. But I do understand. It does feel like a 7.5, and I would definitely sit with you right there at 7.5. My only reason why it's an 8 is just because of that Rancor steak episode 5 really brings it up.
It's the Vaderness, man.
Yeah, I love the fact that Hayden Christensen did his own Henry Cavill reload of the arms. With his shoulder shrugs, shrugging and becomes Vader. Oh, I'm ready. You lack conviction, and he just turns into goddamn Vader. Oh, I love the fact that in that episode, it felt like the sabers were turning to you in a bit, like going from Vader and Anakin.
Yeah.
Vader.
Yeah.
Was it CG? Was it like CGI, or was it your mind playing games?
It was the character doing it. It was the actor doing it. Yeah.
Because there's times where I'm seeing Vader's lightsaber hilt, and there's times I see Anakin's lightsaber hilt. I'm like, is the actual CGI playing games with me, or is my mind playing games because I'm seeing Vader and Anakin balanced?
Probably both.
Probably both.
Oh. And whatever little mushrooms you were taking right before.
I love the mushrooms. As much as I love them cakes. Mushroom cakes.
The Rancor steak had a little extra seasoning. I think that's really about it, man.
Yep.
For Ahsoka and this little journey we went on for Ahsoka.
Like I said, I had no doubts with this show until episode 8. Other than that, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved every minute.
We can be critical,
like,
and still love
the
it.
one thing I've noticed
Yeah.
that you didn't do
Me?
after every episode,
Me?
you would either message me or call me how excited
I
you
did not message you at the end of this.
You didn't do it for episode 8.
No, I didn't.
Even though you know, I haven't watched the episode yet, you always were.
I always do something like, dude, or bro, or
you didn't do it. Episode 8. I was like wondering. I was like, did he watch episode 8?
I did.
You didn't do it.
No.
That's the one thing I noticed. Gabe would message me every damn time after the episode airs. You're like, dude, bro. He didn't do it for episode 8.
Did not do it for episode 8.
You were this hurt. I was like, damn.
Oh, man, just let down.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
Not hurt.
I feel you.
Let down.
It's okay, Gabe. It's okay to feel let down and feel to have hope.
No, I want my space balance.
Okay, we're gonna get it.
I want my.
We're gonna get it.
I want Thrawn to be sitting there.
Now you know how
I want
feel.
him on the deck of the Chimera with his hands behind his back, looking out over the carnage
My boy Thrawn.
that he is instilling upon the galaxy.
Do you feel Enoch is now Thrawn's right-hand man when it comes to protecting him? Now, because it was what's his name?
Agent what? No, it wasn't. That was before Thrawn came in.
Yeah, it was whoever's because I feel Enoch now is his protector now. His
actor bodyguard. I like the actor who plays Enoch.
Yeah, he was an expense.
Yeah, I like that actor. He does a good job.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see where it goes. We just gotta see where everything goes.
Yeah. And that's one thing I did like about the Ahsoka show. It opens doors.
Yeah, it does open doors. It does open doors.
It also opened doors for the creative mind, creative process for Star Wars that I've not seen. This show brought hope to me that Star Wars is still alive and strong.
Mando didn't do that for you? Mando didn't do that for you?
Mando brought the grit back. Brought the grit back.
Okay.
It brought the back that we can still have a dirty Star Wars. It doesn't have to always be shiny and nice. It brought back
his armor was very shiny.
Yeah, but the story was dirty. But then Ahsoka brought back the magic. For me.
I would say. See, this is where we've even talked to other people about like how.
Don't get me wrong. I think Mandalorian brought back Star Wars together for the fandom, for everybody.
Well, I think it's different feels.
Yeah,
it's completely different feels. Where.
Oh my God, this turbo laser crap.
Where episodes 1 through 6, we're not going to go into sequels. Episodes 1 through 6 is the fantasy. The White Knight, the Knights, the Samurai, the Space Wizards, the Princess, the Queen.
Yep.
That's the fantasy film. Rogue One is a war film. What do we got? Andor is spy
film.
Yeah. It's spy films.
Yeah.
Solo was a heist film. This Ahsoka goes back to the fantasy. It goes back to the fantasy.
And I don't mind different feels. I really don't mind.
Right. Mandalorian was the Western.
That's the perfect. There you go, Western. I was trying to find a word.
Yeah.
Because it's dirty. It's Western.
It's the Western.
Yeah.
It's the spaghetti Western /
but I do wish that Jon Favreau's Western / bombastic nice bow did make it.
Was at the end? Yeah.
But the thing is, this was Dave Filoni, and
it's all Dave Filoni.
It's all Dave Filoni, but this was Dave Filoni's baby.
Yeah.
And I get it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Overall, I think that was good.
I enjoyed it. No hate train on Ahsoka. It was actually one hell of a train that derailed towards the end, but it's still good.
The caboose was cut off.
Yeah, the caboose.
The caboose. You're like, oh look, train. Oh, look at the engine, and oh, there goes the cars, and oh, that's where the people sit. And then you're like, why is the caboose so tiny? Why is it so small?
So small.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, wrap it up. Again, guys, thank you all for coming in and watching the Geekin' Out of Your Mind review of the Ahsoka show in its completion, episode 5 through 8. We're looking to do a lot more reviews coming up. We got some unboxings we're working on. Check out the unboxings down below. Some of the lists and the channels. Check them out. Some of the shorts we do is hilarious.
Get ready for Blue Beetle.
Oh, the Blue Beetle review.
When we talk about Blue Beetle, because somebody worked on that.
Gabe. Yeah, Gabe worked on the Blue Beetle.
Yep, it's under Gabriel.
Gabriella.
No, not just Gabriel. It's Gabrial. Gabriel Cruz.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Gabriella.
No.
Gabriella.
No, not even close.
Not
even close.
Okay.
That's only when I'm performing in Mexico.
I
let my hair down or that.
Yeah. I let my hair back and forth. I let my hair back and forth. No.
But please remember, like, subscribe, join in all the conversations.
Let us know in the comment section how you felt about the Ahsoka show.
How did you feel?
And those of you that haven't given it a chance or don't want to do your homework, please give us
I wish you well.
Yeah.
Go support the creator. Go watch that film.
Oh, yeah. That should be fun. That should be fun.
So good.
But all right, guys. Gabe.
Yeah.
I love you 3,000.
I love you 600.
There's the way.
I have spoken.
One way out.
It's just love.
Perhaps it's time to begin again.
I still don't know which one to do. I still don't know what my last quote has to be. Still don't.
Give me a chopper, man. I missed the idea of it.
Oh, you going? Wait, you're doing another one? You can't do another one.
Not the truth.
No, stop it. Stop it. We stop. Look, it goes back and forth. You get one, I get one. Okay, you can't add more.
Already got one.
Add more on top of the one that I
already got one. I was just saying. I already got one. It's Balin's. I missed the idea of it.
But you already have. It's time to begin again.
How about this? I missed the idea of it. But not the truth.
And then I say, but not the truth?
But not the truth.
So you're going to replace it's time to begin again?
No. We got the time to begin again. But then, perhaps it's time to begin again. You might do your chomper.
Then I do chomper?
And then I do,
No, we only do one quote, one set of quotes per each new thing.
Let's change it up. Sometimes, perhaps, it's time to begin again.
We'll talk about it. We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
Love you 3,000, guys. Adios.